Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be showing you the settings required in order to capture long exposure photographs using the Osmo Action. And just like always, there is one main prerequisite for you to capture long exposure photograph, which is obviously the Osmo Action which you have, and a tripod. Any simple tripod, a GorillaPod or even a large tripod will do. And this is vital because long exposure captures movement, and if you're holding the camera like this and capturing anything above 1 second or more will be shaky. You cannot hold it steady for that long, which is why you need a tripod. Let me keep this away. And you can easily find mounts which you can attach to tripod and then to the case and attach it here, or you can buy a case like this. This is from PGY Tech and you can easily attach it like this. And once you insert the camera here, you'll be ready to go. So now let's switch on the device and explain how it's done. By the way, I'll be showing a video which I've captured, in action, in which I'll be capturing a long exposure using the Osmo Action while I'll be recording in another camera. I'll be showing it later on, maybe even as a small box in the video somewhere up top or down below, so that you can see the process while I mention the settings and such. Let us power on the Osmo Action using this button. This is the button that you'll be using to capture images, the same button used for recording videos. Now this will be the interface, or probably when you switch it on you will have it set to video, and this could be the interface that you'll be having. First thing I want to do is to go to settings. So if you swipe from top to bottom, you can find the settings over here, and then we'll go down and we'll enable grid. So we'll be enabling the grid option so that we can compose our photograph much better, and you can kind of level it. So you will not be twisting it like this, and you can level with the horizon or any particular you get the idea. Now to go to photos, you can use the quick switch, which is over here. You press like this, you can move around different things. But by default, I think quick switch doesn't have the photo option enabled. So what you can do is go here, which is the lower left corner, and then you will get this menu. From there you can go to photo and choose this option, single photograph. Now this is the photo interface that we have with the Osmo Action. If you think there is nothing much in this layout, there definitely is, and which is why I'm here to show you the layout. To set timer and to change aspect ratio, swipe from down to up like this, and then you'll get two aspect ratio options, which is 4:3, which is a square one. So if we change to 4:3, this much area will be captured. And if we change to 16:9, which is wide aspect, like 1080p video aspect or even 720p video aspect, so this is a wide aspect. So I'll be keeping it in 16:9 or 16:9. And here we have the countdown. This is essentially the timer option, so which means after you press this button, if the countdown is off, then the photograph will be captured immediately without any delay. Whereas if you keep it at 1 second, if you press this, it will wait for 1 second and then capture the image. I would recommend keeping it at 3 seconds or 5 seconds. 10 seconds could be too long. For example, if you want to capture some light trail and you're seeing some vehicles coming towards you or away from you, going away from you, then if you are keeping 10-second option, then it will be too long. The vehicle might be passing halfway or more than that by the time the image get captured. So 5 seconds is a good time, even 3 seconds is a good time, but I usually keep it at 5 seconds. And why do you want to enable this countdown or timer option? When you're keeping it in your tripod, and if you press, see, even if I press a little bit, there will be some movement. So if you're capturing it right away, immediately, then there might be shake which will be incorporated into the image, and it will be blurry, it will not be sharp, which is why we need a countdown or a timer. Now swipe to move it away. And now comes the important settings. To access the shutter settings, you can swipe from right to left and you will get these options. So first I would recommend to go here where there is a camera icon over here, and you will get these options. White balance. So there are two options, one is auto and underwater. So these two are auto white balances. Next comes a custom option in which you can set the white balance for these kelvins, these temperature options. So if you are familiar with white balance, I would recommend using this. Otherwise you can leave it at auto and do correction in post-processing. Now let's leave it at auto. Next comes dewarp option. By default dewarp might be off, which means you can see there is a fisheye effect. I hope you can see. Yeah, there is a fisheye effect like this. So the horizon will be bent if you put dewarp at off. If you enable dewarping, you can see it's straight. So it essentially reduces the fisheye or the distorted look from the photograph. Again, I would like to keep it on. There might be a reduction in some area. If you want a very wide capture, then you can leave it on, but be wary that fisheye effect will be there. Now once again, let's go to this menu, and next comes the format. Osmo Action can capture raw photographs which have more details and you have more control to edit your photographs, and this particular raw format is very easy to edit in Lightroom and Photoshop. So what I usually do is there is no option for raw alone, so I'll keep it at JPEG plus raw. These are the effects which you have. So this is the 16:9 and it's at 5 seconds timer, and this is the exposure, ISO value and JPEG plus RAW. So now comes the important things. Again swipe from right to left and you have this auto option which leaves everything to the camera. You just can set the maximum ISO. This is also kind of useful because you can see shutter is automatically adjusted if you peg the ISO at 100. So this can also lead to long exposure, but you are not having maximum control. The camera is having the maximum control. And you can also set the exposure value, the exposure compensation. Let's leave it at 0 and ISO maximum to 1600. Let's leave it like that. Now we are interested in the manual mode. Just like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, manual mode is where all the action happens in this action camera. So there are two things that you can adjust here, which is the ISO value. Keep it at 100 since we are going for long exposure. So ISO is the sensitivity towards light, and since we are exposing for long, we are making it sensitive. So we do not want a higher ISO value here. So we'll keep it at 100 and not auto. Then comes shutter speed. So this is where the magic happens in long exposure. So these are all slow shutters, 1/2 of a second, even 1 second or 2 seconds can be slow shutters. If you have noticed, it's totally white right now, which is a very good thing in this action camera. This means that there is live exposure simulation in this camera. That means if you change the settings, it will be emulated right away on the screen so that you will not underexpose or overexpose images. So this is how you can set the shutter speed. So let me just do one thing. I'll take a cloth and maybe cover it partially like this. And now if I reduce the shutter speed, you can see that it's getting dark. So pay attention to the screen and set your exposure. So in the example I am showing on the screen right now, by the way, with that image, I've already captured that image. Let me just go there so that I can show you the settings. Yes, this is the image that I've already captured. You can see that it's captured at 20-second, ISO 100 and JPEG plus RAW. And the process of capturing this image will be shown in the upper right corner right now. So what are my thoughts on the image, the long exposure image that I have captured using the Osmo Action? As mentioned in a previous video, there is definitely a blowout of highlights for the images captured, long exposure images captured using the Osmo Action. But still it's very much usable and on par with many mobile devices, so it's definitely usable. That's how you capture long exposure images using the Osmo Action. Hope you found this useful. If you have any doubts or if you feel that I was not clear in any section, please let me know in the comments below. I can definitely help you out or may even make a better video about this, taking into account your doubts. And do let me know if your Osmo Action heats up a bit. So I've turned this on and been using it only to explain this, but still it's a little bit hot, especially this area is kind of hot. So do let me know if that problem also persists with you. Anyway, that's it guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Until then, take care and stay safe.